We can be born again, not literally, but we can become someone new. I get it. We cannot erase our past, but we can take bits and pieces from it and turn them into something meaningful, something fresh. In this video, I want to walk through three things. First, why the feeling of starting fresh is so tempting. Second, why never really works when we try to start everything from scratch. And third, how to start fresh without starting from zero. Let's get right into it. So, why does the idea of starting fresh feel so good? There's something seductive about the idea of starting fresh, like new year, new me, new month, new journal. This is because it gives us the illusion that we are in control of our lives. And when we feel like we're in control, we feel like we're stepping into a new version of ourselves. And the irony is that there is a name for such a feeling. Really, the fresh start effect. Think about it. Why do we suddenly want to become super ultra productive just because it's the 1st of January? Why do we feel like we have to start this new habit or your new study technique on a Monday and not on a Thursday night or a Friday night? It's fascinating, isn't it? It's not about the day, it's about the identity shift. It's about stepping out of the shadow of past inconsistencies and into the light of something new, a new beginning. And this is the feeling we all have. But if we look from an emotional standpoint, that's very powerful because we tell ourselves that the past version of ourselves didn't work out. We were just not good enough. And now you think, since it's the first day of the month, this will work out. See, it's an identity shift, nothing to do with what you're actually done or might do. It's comforting, it's hopeful, but also a little fragile.
If you are a student looking for scholarships or universities abroad, you need help crafting a standout CV, or you want expert feedback on your motivation letter, I offer personalized consulting services to get you ahead. All for a small fee, you can get expert help. All you have to do is visit my website in the description. There, click on book now and you fill the Google Forms. And I will take care of the rest because I have done this before. Now it's my turn to help you out.
And here is where it gets really messy. When we feel like that our past selves have failed us, we don't just want a fresh start. We want to start over completely from scratch, leaving everything behind. Like we delete the app that's distracting for us, we toast a notebook that's no longer useful. Thereby, we restart our whole system thinking that this time everything will work out. We'll be more disciplined, more focused. For example, you delete your spreadsheet workspace just because it's messy instead of fixing it. Or maybe you develop a habit of walking early in the morning, but you happen to skip 2 days and now you stop completely. And sometimes we buy a new planner just because there are only a few weeks left in the old planner. You see, we treat the setbacks as if it invalidates everything we have done so far. And that's the trap because when we throw it all away, we are not just scrapping the parts that did not work. We are also losing the parts that did work. So think about it. Maybe the journaling habit last week helped, even if you did not continue doing it daily. Maybe your system was 70% fine, but you ditched the whole system just because you were not sure about the 30%. This is what psychologists call all or nothing thinking. It's when we believe that if something isn't perfect, it's useless. So we fall into this loop. We try, we slip, we abandon, we start over, and then repeat. But what if you actually did not fail? So that begs the question, do we start fresh from zero, deleting everything we have? Or can we become someone better with what we already have? Most of us aren't starting from zero. We are just stuck in that in between space, between guilt over the past and fear of messing up again. So, how do we get that clean, powerful, fresh start feeling without throwing everything away? Let me walk you through 4 shifts that have helped me and might help you all too. Step one is to look back with curiosity, not with shame. So, before anything else, just to look back gently, like a researcher, and ask, what did you try? What actually helped? What felt apart? and why. From my experience, this part is really hard because most of us look back with shame. We think, oh, I failed. I wasn't consistent. I gave up. But shame is only good at one thing, showing you where you fell. So now that you have figured out what went wrong, what's next? Where do you go from that failure? That's where curiosity steps in. Because curiosity doesn't dwell, it investigates and it moves it forward. Instead of asking, why did I mess this up again? Try asking what was actually working, even just a little. What felt easy or natural and that you did not give enough credit to. Also, what did you force on yourself thinking that it would fix you, but it never really did? Now, when you answer those questions, those are the answers you can actually use. And that's not failure, that's data. Data for you to do a lot of analysis and research. So, step two is skip the good. You don't need to start over. You need to continue smarter. Keep the good, the routines, the habits, the hacks, anything that felt right, even if you were not consistent about it. You see, even doing something twice is proof that it matters to you. Keep that and rebuild around it. Step three is to start from where you are. You don't need to go back to day one because it's in the past and you're not there anymore. And the thing is that starting fresh doesn't mean you erase the past. It simply means that now you own it and ask, what's your next honest step forward from here? Because when we are stuck dwelling in the past, we are still stuck in shame. The version of you right now already knows more than the one you were last time. You've got more context, more insight, more grit, and most importantly, the data, your failures. Start from there. Last but not the least, step number four, make the next step ridiculously small. Make your next step so ridiculously small that it's almost impossible to fail. Forget the 30-day plan, the perfect routines, the perfect whatever. Doesn't really matter. Forget overhauling your life overnight. It never really works out. Even if they say it is, they're lying to you. Because I'm sure you've tried that before. You've tried to change your life overnight. You've made plans. You've note down on your journal. You've changed your whole ultra productive mentality. But it just works for a few days because you try to make that next change really big and massive. And remember, that's what burnt you out in the first place. So instead, try it one push up a day or just writing one sentence or one goal in your journal. And instead of reading like 10 pages a book per day, maybe just 5 minutes of reading per day. And again, you're trying to study and you're committed to not using your phone for the entire study period. Maybe just make it like not using your phone for the first 10 minutes. See, these aren't goals, they are anchors. You can always grow on them later. But for now, you just need movement because you don't rebuild your life in one dramatic shift. You do it one real, repeatable step at a time. You don't need to be born again. You don't need to throw away your past self. You just need to meet yourself where you are and choose to go one step further. That's a fresh start, not a fantasy version, but a real one. But none of this works if your mind is a mess and it's everywhere. So here's a video about how to think clearly when your mind is a mess. Feel free to check it out.